Okay. Let's see how we're doing. I believe I have figured out the problem. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, anybody who's tuning in just now is like, what in the world is going on? This is the second attempt at this stream. We were having some tech issues that I think I have fixed. It seems like a very strange issue that we were having, but I think we're good now. If you're new here, if you don't know me, I am Mercy, the head game master. Here, There Be Monsters, and we're back with another Working Wednesday stream. It is Wednesday, the 17th of September, and we're back from vacation. So, thanks so much for joining me today. We have a D&D session coming up live on twitch.tv/HereThereBeMonsters this Saturday, the 20th. And our plan is, I know we've said this before, but I think we have some better systems in place now to start actually getting caught up on our D&D sessions here on YouTube. We're very sorry about the delay with all that.
YouTube stream is now live.
Hello, Senegal. How are you, sir?
Ninja Nolan is the first chatter and has been first 23 times.
All the triggers now. All the triggers. Okay. Well, I have identified the culprit that's causing the stability issues that we're having. I don't understand how or why this is a problem, but it's the audio bitrate. Audio uses very little data. I have no idea why that would be causing the problem, but the audio bitrate being maxed out at 320 bits per second, kilobits per second, whatever that, like whatever the measurement for that is, was apparently too high. I turned it down to 256, which was one of the things that I did yesterday that made it work, and it worked. So that's why I was doing a little bit of science there. I tried a few other things. I tried doing and undoing some of the video settings, and none of those seem to be causing the problem. But as soon as I messed with the audio, boom. Just off work, tired and ready for a nap. Well, can you take a nap, or do you have stuff you got to do? How quickly was I talking? My mouth does get ahead of my brain sometimes, but I don't think I was going that fast. I'm just glad to have a solution. I'm annoyed that it messed up the stream the other day, and that it kind of messed with the stream a little bit today, but at least I figured it out. You're working right alongside me? Hey, that's part of the point of this. Let's go. That being said, I do have one quick thing that I need to do real fast, which is screenshot some spam that I got from somebody in Cardinal Zin's server and send that to him real fast so he knows to ban him. Doing my civic duty. Yeah, duty. Oh god, Lumia's so confused with all the stream starts and ends and whatnot. I think it's probably caught up now. And Cardinals in. There we go. And then we report the guy for spam, and then we go on with our day. Perfect. Okay. Let's do some things, yeah? So, first thing, this will be quick, but it's a new month, or it's a new month at least since the last time that we were on, which means that we've got a new pack on Hero Forge to collect. And I gotta tell you, oh, and of course my head's in the way. That's fine. I'm excited for this one. I love me some good undead baddies, and check out that batch of minis. Beautiful. I also like that they gave them like mostly clothes, arguably maybe a little bit too much, but I do, you know, a skeleton doesn't have to be just bones, right? Like I like the kind of rotting look of them. I think those are fantastic minis. Like that one's carrying not his because he has both legs, some other skeleton's femur. That's a great like just skeleton warrior mini. Love that. Yeah. What a great set. So I'm just gonna I don't think it shows anything that I don't want to show on stream, but I'm just gonna hit the get pack real quickly. And there we go. Owned. I really want to figure out how to get this one into Tailspire because there was some great props in here. But the skeletons are fantastic. They were reanimated by a noble necromancer. The clothes. They clothe all their minions. It's a point of pride. I like it. I like it. Okay. So like I said, that was going to be quick, but technically a thing on the to-do list. So check mark. Okay, sometimes you want an easy win. Next, we've got some more stuff to be doing for the Everwhite region. Especially, it sounds like our player characters are ready to move on after the dangerous situation they found themselves in last session. I'll keep it as vague as that. And so it's I got to stop farting around. We need to wrap this up for weather encounters, locations, etc. Now, weather, I think we did actually finish weather last time. That probably shouldn't have been on the to-do list this time. Just double check. I did, in fact, finish weather. Now, I should probably do some weather pre-rolling, though. Maybe we'll do that, and that'll be our check mark for weather today. Have I even... Oops. Have I even started my notes for the next session yet? I don't think I have. No, we haven't even started. Oh, boy. I haven't even started my notes file yet for the upcoming session. Well, at least I caught it now. Make a copy. Copy. This will be session 43. Pull this one back into the Everwhite. Because we already had an episode called Into the Everwhite. Oh boy. Man, I guess that's one of those things that kind of fell through the cracks due to being on vacation and whatnot. I don't have any summary or anything written for last time, which is going to be a lot harder to remember now, like 3 weeks later. Okay. After I have how far I'll go from Moana stuck in my head right now. Partly because I'm actually a little bummed. We low key dropped the ball. While we were in Hawaii. I'll say a tradition. I don't know. We've only done it twice, but the previous 2 times that we were in Hawaii, we watched Moana while we were there, which is our favorite Disney movie, and we forgot to do that this time. All right, so this session begins here. Oh boy. Actually, hold on. Okay. That's fine. We can keep track of time that way. Hey, welcome back, Wildfire. Did I ever get to see Coldplay or not? I have never seen Coldplay perform. No, I don't mind their stuff, but it's not a band that I would necessarily go out of my way to see, especially since they're quite popular. I think it would probably be pretty expensive. What about you? Is that a band? Yeah, a band that you would like to see perform sometime? Oh, well, there you go. You've seen them. Very cool. I hope you had fun. Like I said, I'm not talking down on them. I can see the appeal to their music. I like some of it. It's just not one that I have seen myself. Doing another tour in 2027. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, if the stars aligned, I would probably have fun at the concert. It's just not something I've gone out of my way to do. What was the concert just this last weekend or like a month ago? Oh, wow. Well, that's cool. I'm really glad that you had that opportunity. Okay. Yeah, of course. I got some notes set up, so let's roll some weather, huh? Oh dear God, I did the thing. I tried to move a table in a text document. I know better than that. Oh God. I regret everything. It just every once in a while, I'll just like not think and then just do it. And then it's like, ah. Thankfully, undo worked just fine. And I have another solution for it, but. Exactly. Okay. So let's get some dice going, which means I'll pop open Tailspire. If nothing else, just so I don't have to go and hunt down my real dice and whatnot. I know where they are, but it'll save us some time. Mm-hmm. Maybe. There it goes. Actually, I could do it here. That's fine. So that way the seats don't get moved in case anybody that has seats access wants to use them. Speaking of which, it looks like we did have some building done here. Headaches caused by neck pain. I'm assuming you've done the regulars, stretched, Tylenol, hydrate, etc. This was thrown together by Eclipsed. Wow, this is awesome. I don't know if he's still here, but well done. I'd love to hear how long this took you. This was Eclipsed's first build with Tailspire. Very cool. Yeah. Is there any particular area from whence the headache is radiating? Is it coming from, like your upper neck area, or is it, or like does it feel like it's came from neck tension, but it's more of like a, frontal lobe kind of thing, or neck muscles hate you today and are all tense, giving you not very nice tension headache. Okay, well, right as I was asking that, you were typing that already. Do you ever have any luck with ice for your headaches? Especially for me when they're musculoskeletal like that. I do find that cooling to help, presumably it's helping with like swelling or something, can help me. Hashtag not a doctor, hashtag not medical advice, but it has worked for me in the past. As you know, I tend to have a lot of back and neck issues, and that does sometimes yield headaches for me as well. So, might be worth a shot. Um, you might try heat. The one day that you tried ice, it made a bad headache turn into a 2-day migraine. Oh dear. Well, yeah, don't do that. It's so hard to tell without knowing what the cause is, right? Because if it's inflammation, heat will make it worse. But obviously, you have that lived experience. So if it's the same type of headache, um, but yeah, maybe try some gentle heat. See if that does anything for you. Yeah, what a cool little build. Well done. Okay. Do these in sets of 3. Let's get my notes over onto my other monitor as well. Boop. Yo, Dr. Huge Time, thanks for tuning in. How are you, sir? I'm about to come in and start spraying spoilers. Like Oprah, you get a spoiler, you get a spoiler, everybody gets a spoiler. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Good, chilling at work. Nice. Man, the other day when we were talking was such a roller coaster of like, it'd be really cool if we could hang out. Like, wait, we might actually be able to hang out. Oh, we're not gonna be able to hang out. At least not regularly. Those didn't really feel like they rolled all that much, but it's fine. It's all like, it's just a graphical representation of RNG anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Man, these are boring numbers. Get some 7s and 8s up in here. Come on. Summer's actually broad movie to Washington multiple times, so it's definitely a possibility. I mean, that would be super legit if it. Hey, there we go. If it ever did work out, even though it'd be a bummer to have to do cross state for visits. I guess being in the military, you guys, being slash having been in the military, you guys are just more used to it. But would you really move so soon after buying a house? Ding dong. Hold on. I think it's just a package drop off, but hey, I forgot to. Nope, nope. I'm a noob. Hi, my name's Mercy. This is my first day streaming, and I didn't unmute when I came back. What I was saying was, I got some Pokemon holiday bundles exclusive from Amazon, and they just arrived. And they put them in a box without any bubble wrap or like the paper that they put into cushion stuff or anything. Oh no! Wait, is it lagging again? Is it doing the thing? It does. That's so weird. Okay. Hopefully we're all good now. That's very strange. It's super weird to me that after we did troubleshooting and I did the thing which appeared to have fixed it, that it worked just fine until I got up and there was dead air for like a minute, and then when I came back it started freaking out again. Like it does still seem like there's something going on. Very, very weird. Driver fresh install. There have been some other issues that have been building too. Like right before we went on vacation, a bunch of stuff cropped up with our Elgato equipment as well. Yeah. Yeah, the teleprompter's normal prompter status is not working now. It is also an additional monitor, so I just have a browser window that is the chat that I'm putting up here, but like the actual prompter function's not working currently. And I've never been able to get the key lights to work again since the spring subathon when they started having problems. And some of the Stream Deck buttons I remember stopped working before vacation. So yeah, I don't know, there's a ghost in the machine for sure. When it was like individual issues that were happening independently of each other, I would like try and troubleshoot individual issues, but it does feel like there is a mounting list, and we might potentially be getting to the point of needing to do a reformat and start from scratch. But it's so much work to redo everything in the broadcast software. Like, I really don't want to do that. Ghosts are just cats. Fair. That's weird. I don't know why that. Oh no! Look now. I almost wonder if there's starting to be something wrong with like the motherboard or something. See the pink line on the right side of the screen? That is, I think, the third or fourth time. It only happens about once a month, but that just started happening here earlier this year. That every time so far that has happened, it has gotten worse over the course of a half an hour or so, and then the capture card stops working. The capture card's probably about to crash as well. We could do a day or two of Discord hangouts where we fix stuff and people could pop in if they want to hang. Yeah, it's so hard with how blocked in we are with editing and streams and whatnot. Like, essentially, we'd have to... It's so hard to fit stuff like that in without canceling something. But, yeah, I might have to. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I think it might be time for a reformat, but like setting everything back up for the broadcast software and whatnot is a huge oof. Like that is hours and hours and hours of work. And God knows if I can even remember how like some of the audio routing or like how some of the stuff is programmed. I mean, the reformat itself is annoying, right? Having to go through and reinstall your drivers and all your programs and all that. But the setting OBS back up is horrific. You can import or whatever, export and import settings. I have done it in the past, but I mean, also maybe there's something that's wrong with, you know, like a program that's causing it. Like, I feel like if you're going to do it, you got to go full scorched earth, right? Otherwise, you might just reintroduce the problem by pasting forward a bunch of settings or whatever. You need to write everything down. Not really. I mean, I guess theoretically, yes, but then you get into that situation, right, of like not knowing what you don't know. Like, would I remember to go everywhere and write down all of the things? Probably not. And sometimes, to be fair, sometimes when you go through and do a fresh reinstall, you come up with better ways to do things, right? So like, it's not exclusively bad, but it is exclusively obnoxious. And a lot of time that I don't really have to put into it. But yeah, there are all some other things, like I don't know if you were there for that part, but my wireless headset is also no longer working. Like, it just seems like some things stopped working literally while we were on vacation. Like, they worked before we left and then they don't work now, which is especially interesting because it's not like any updates were installed or anything. But it does just kind of feel like we're probably at that time, and just but who knows? Maybe we can work some other weird ghosts in the machine out, like how going from this scene. No, which one is it? Yeah. Changing to the 2-person game scene always lags, right? Like when I go from this to this, it's smooth. But when I go from this to this, it will lag. That started happening around the time of the spring subathon. I'm like, I've never been able to figure out why. And then it's fine. Leaving that scene is fine. And going from this scene to any other scene is fine. No lag. But going to this scene always causes it to cut out for like a half a second. Well, I say always. It didn't always do that. It worked fine for like a year or two, and then it started happening in the spring. So like that one, that's not a major thing. It's just a small annoyance, and I think most people haven't even noticed it unless I say something about it. But like that type of stuff, I would love for a reinstall to fix, but that's like very minor compared to the pain and suffering of doing a full reformat and reset up of OBS. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, really? There's only 5 dire weathers in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hi, Kale. One too much Dota. Buh. Did you watch much of that game that I was playing when you messaged me? Garbage tier. Yeah, my undying lane buddy who did nothing but leech XP and screech at me on the microphone the whole time about everything that they perceived I was doing wrong, managed to rally the whole team against me. So it was one of those things where I was the pariah, despite the fact that the majority of what happened was their fault. Not all of it, but like it takes 2 to tango. Fine, fair enough. Some of it was my fault, but your headaches, any chance, or your headsets, any chance just Windows being stupid, yours stopped working only for you to find out that Windows was trying to connect to Bluetooth and your other headsets and messing everything up? So I don't have that headset connected directly to Windows because of audio routing. I suppose I could and then set up a virtual audio cable for it, but I really hate doing that. That stuff makes my head hurt. So I have an actual physical Bluetooth device that the headset connects to. And I suspect that somehow when like maybe my headset can only remember so many Bluetooth connections or something. And while we were on vacation, I connected it to my phone and to Pixie's phone, which I hadn't done before. So I may have like exceeded the number of stored Bluetooth connections, and then maybe following that logic, maybe I'm just having trouble getting it to reconnect to the dongle for the computer. But I haven't had the time or energy to put into it yet. Let's try and get this rolling done. Oof. But yes, I did definitely win too much Dota because obviously I had won 1 or 2 games and then ranked up and then won 4 games in a row and ranked up again. And the universe was like, no, we're done with that. No, just make sure it's not connecting to yours or Pixie's phone. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I went through, I'm pretty sure, while I was troubleshooting it while we were streaming on Twitch the other day, I'm pretty sure I went through and turned off the Bluetooth on both phones just to make sure that wasn't what was happening. And I'm pretty sure that it continued to not work. But I appreciate the reminder. When I do sit down to mess with it, I will triple check that. Oops, I didn't need to roll that again. I guess I can roll all. Oh, I can roll all these together. The most disappointing cottage pie ever, and it's your fault for buying it when you already knew that it was disappointing. Dang it. Sorry to hear that. I will do that kind of thing every once in a while too, where it's like, I don't know if it's just like it's been just long enough that you forget just how not good it was or what, but keep forgetting this brand. Thanks, cottage pie is just ground beef, corn, and mashed potatoes. No sauce in the ground beef or other veggies. Oh, wait, how do you not have like sauce in a pie? You know, in like a savory pie. Oh. That'll be interesting. I'm not defining what any of these roles are, so it's not a spoiler. All right, there we go. There's some future weather. Excellent. Let's take a stretch break. How late am I? Oh, I guess we don't know because the stream got shut down. So I can't look at the OBS uptime timer because that'll be all screwy anyway. What does YouTube say? It's saying that we started the second batch of stream at about 3:28. Oh god, so I went almost an hour on the first half here. What time is it? Oh god, it's 4:15 already. Okay. We're still gonna take a break, but when I come back, it's only gonna be like 15 minutes on the clock instead of 30 plus some change because I have other stuff I have to do after this. Power hours, Kappa, right? I still have to make today's short for a couple of packs after this. We're gonna take 5 minutes. I'm gonna stretch my legs and get a drink and do a Pokemon Go battle, and then when I get back, we will try to speed run. Probably the locations portion. I don't think we're gonna get to encounters today. I'll have to finish that off stream. So if you haven't been up off your booty in a little while, get up, stretch your legs. I'll be back in a few, and when I get back, I'll let you know how my Pokemon Go battle went. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back to you as well. Hope you had a good break. I did, in fact, win my Pogo battle, although it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I obliterated his first Pokemon and then chose not to block an attack from his second one that was of a type that I did not anticipate. And my second Pokemon pretty much got one shot, and then it was off the races for our third. Right, what are we doing? We got the... Yeah. It was really close. It was I had a Poliwhirl, so fighting water against a darkness type, and darkness is weak against fighting. So this was the second Pokemon. So I went ahead and didn't block the charged attack from his darkness type, and then it ended up being a poison attack, which apparently is really strong against fighting and or water. So it almost completely one-shot my Poliwhirl. I had no idea that particular Pokemon had a poison attack, or I would have probably shielded. But Stream Raiders may be dead. It makes me so sad. But Whoppy TV has turned their 60 Stream Raider skins into Whoppy Pals, which provide minor bonuses to catches. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I hadn't really thought about that. At one point, I had downloaded all of our Stream Raider skins. I wonder if I still have those. I should. I wonder if, yeah, there's got to be something fun we could do with those. Okay, weather's done. Close the weather document so don't keep just staring at that. The card got my message and banned that guy that I messaged him about earlier. He got a kick out of what I had said to the person. Okay, here is something that I do need to do, though. I need to ping our Players Kingdom. OTV is accepting Stream Raider skin donations to add to their Whoppy Pals. You got the Hank the Tank skin, which has a slight chance to provide a +1 attack on catches. So I'm not familiar with Whoppy TV. Is that one of the people involved with PCG? Woo, having trouble focusing. Okay. Locations. What I need is my notes about that. Maybe I never wrote that down. I had a couple of locations in mind. Oh, maybe it's in Trello. TV is basically Pokemon catching, but of chat members, you have a. Oh, that's fun. Get to D&D Kingdom. Oh yeah, here it is. This is one of the dangers of having multiple tools for stuff. Is sometimes I have notes in the spot that's not where I expected them to be. Also reminded me that I need music for Spider-Man openings. It has to be done by Friday. So there were 3 specific locations that I had in mind. You attempted 4,898 whoppy catches. 1,607 of them were successful. You have caught 558 unique chatters. That's fun. Huh. Is it just a custom thing that they have for their channel, or is it like an extension that other people use too? So how do I want to do this? Matt Mercer says. I guess it's probably a random encounter table. So what are the things that we might possibly find? We might find Frostfell terrain. We might find dire terrain. We might find ruins. We might find inhabited. So I guess we'd have deserted ruins and inhabited ruins. At a very low. Oh, I'm not dealing with chances yet. Just what are the things that we might find? Then we might find settlement. Sanity. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. It like wandering in a like magical frozen tundra wasteland would probably not be great for your sanity as well. Treasure hoarders, especially in deserted ruins, could be interesting, although could be somewhat problematic from a world building standpoint because of where they are. It is an extension that channels can use. It's fun. You can catch shinies. You have 3 shiny chat members. Huh. That's cool. I do worry about like overloading extensions and interactions and that kind of thing. So I'm usually hesitant to add stuff, but that is interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Trying to think what I want to call this category. Just like living, alive. No, but not. They wouldn't even necessarily be alive, right? Because there are some undead here. just gonna say creatures for now. I can't think of beings. Actually, yeah. So what do we think the percent chances of these things would be? Hold on. Let's look at my list of Frostfell terrains. Did I write that down? Did the weathers, and I did the magical terrains. If I did not do the non-magical Frostfell terrains. Denizens. Ooh, that's even better. Yeah. Crap. Okay, so I have to dig out that info for my book. Crap. Hold on. Trying to find something. Oh, God. I have that saved in two separate locations and it's not all the same things. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Shalendor. Hmm. I'm trying to find the section in the DMG about like alpine terrain, essentially. Desert, mountainous terrain. Here we go. There isn't nearly as much there as I thought there would be. Pretty much just cliff, chasm, scree, but I don't know if there'd even really be scree here. So we have cliff, chasm. Yes, Scree. It's SCRE, but yes. It's essentially a like rubble debris field, so like loose rock and stuff. Forested terrain, no. Marsh terrain, no. Hills terrain, no. Oh, I guess here's a few others. There's there was more in this section than I thought there was, and there's rock wall and cave entrance. I guess the good news is we're not streaming immediately before D&D this weekend like we often do. So if I don't get the rest of this done before the weekend, I can do it on Saturday before stream. Not ideal, but it's good to have a fallback. Okay, mountainous travel, blah blah blah. Plains terrain, no. Aquatic terrain, no. Random weather, rain, snow, sleet, and hail, winds, blah blah blah. Sorry, my attention's just enough split that I'm not sure I'm following you. What are you thinking, Enola? You stream just so you're not spending. Oh, thank you. Sure. I'm certainly not going to turn that down. Snow blindness wouldn't really be a thing here since it's been described as being in kind of a perpetual state of um between like pre-dawn and twilight. Magical terrains, I've already gotten all that. Crossfell wilderness terrain. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Not what I was looking for, but that's a good thing to throw on the encounter chart. Everfrost terrain is just all the same things, essentially. Crevasses, gradual slopes, light rubble, scree. Did the description for crevasse that I grabbed before have a definition of width and all that? Yeah, okay. Frostfell marshes? Most of that probably wouldn't apply. Quick slush. Patches of quick slush present the appearance of shallow slush bogs that may trap careless characters. Well, that's exciting. Slush bogs. If a square is part of a slush bog, it has a slush about 1 foot in depth. It costs 2 squares of movement to move into a square with a shallow slush bog, and the DC of balance and tumble checks in such a square increases by 2. That seems generously low. For a foot deep of slush. A square that is part of a deep slush bog has roughly 4. Blah blah blah. Okay. The slush in a deep slush bog provides cover for medium or larger creatures. So Rubato would have to swim in a deep slush bog or something of that nature. Characters entering the slush of a bog are susceptible to hypothermia, of course. Okay, but it says may trap. And there's nothing about trapping. They give the appearance of shallow slush appearing as a shallow slush bog, and they may trap careless characters. See page 22. But on page 22, there's no definition of how a character would be trapped. That's just a fail of this book, it looks like. See page 22 for how careless characters would be trapped, and then on page 22, there's only one instance of the word trap, and it just says a shallow slush bog that may trap careless characters. See below, and then there's nothing below. That's annoying. Well, I'll just have to, if we roll that, I'll just have to house rule something then. It's fine. I'm just going to finish trying to collect the rules, or as I can find them. For mundane terrain for this region, and then we'll wrap it up for today. I'm assuming that what I could do, since there's clearly a callback to quicksand, is grab Sandstorm and see what the rules for getting caught in quicksand are. And it would probably work the same way. I'll need to alphabetize that, but I'll do it when we're finished. An ice sheet. Okay, there ended up. Maybe this is why I hadn't previously put this in this document. There's way more mundane challenges than I thought. All right, I'm almost done, and then we will alphabetize. A frozen sea terrain. That is cool. Glacial terrain, but that's most of that's all going to be the same types of stuff. A freezing stream. Sure, I like that. Right. All right. Let's alphabetize. We've got cave entrance, dense. Oops, there's another C. There's multiple more C's. Cave entrance, chasm, cliff, dense rubble, freezing river, quick slush, rock wall, free, and slush bog. Oh shoot, there was one more. Ice sheet. And between freezing river and quick slush. Okay. There we go. How many are there? Do I need to make a separate table for that? There's way more than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 of them. That probably should have its own table. Do we want what? 5 rows of 4 columns. Insert table. Oh, no, I guess we don't need that because I'm not going to put definitions in there. So I don't need name, definition, name, definition. I just need names. So I guess we just need 5 and 2. Cave entrance. Chasm. Chasm. I can type. Cliff. Dense rubble. Freezing river. A sheet. Quick slush. Rock wall. Free and slush bog. I almost feel like those need their own roles. Oh, shoot. It should have been 4x5 because I needed to put the rolls in it. God dang it. That's what it was. I knew there was a reason. One thing I will give Google Docs over Word for things like tables and whatnot is you can at least like copy paste out of them and do things like that a little bit more readily. Okay, cool. I got a fair amount done today, considering, especially earlier on, how much trouble I was having focusing. I definitely didn't finish, and it did take longer than I wanted, but I'm gonna call it a little bit of a win anyway. This is gonna be encounter table. Oh, this is denizens. Great word and all, and locations in 1. So I will need to finish that before session. Cool. Get some of this out of my face. Let's make myself a note to actually do that. Saturday. Everwhite. Encounter table. For D&D, and that's probably going to take me over an hour. Oh, I think Shalendor may have been talking about. Oh no, never mind. I guess I misread it. I thought maybe Shalendor was talking about the frozen river comment. But yes, I think you interpreted it more correctly than I did. It sounds like a normal dog with apparently frozen water. No, much worse than that. It would be like I can't even think. How do you describe slush? Like, how do I define that? It'd be like walking in jello that's cold, frozen, sucking the life out of you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna run though. This was good, but I was here longer than I intended to be, so I gotta get out of here. Thank you so much for being here. If you had fun and you're not already a subscriber, before this stream started, we were at 799, so you could be our 800th subscriber. Thank you very much to everybody for all of your supports. Our next stream is on twitch.tv/HereThereBeMonsters on Friday. We'll be playing Helldivers 2, and our D&D live session will be there, twitch.tv/HereThereBeMonsters on Saturday, the 20th of September. As far as working Wednesday streams go, I'll be back here next week to do our XP and recap and whatnot. And I think we'll have some Tailspire building to do next week as well, probably. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. It's always great to chat with you. Take care, everybody. And as always, be excellent to each other.